Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry, my camera had cut out, but I was in the middle of this combo video, and I wanted to kind of show some more test hands and more combos. So I was actually in the process of using Sinister Shadow Games to send one of these two, at which you could use this to banish something from your opponent's graveyard, or use this to negate or make it so that your opponent cannot activate a card's effect. But just know that you have to activate this, because if the card does activate its effect prior to this, it's completely useless. So say your opponent normal summons a card and they haven't activated their effect yet, or special summons a card and it's not a quick effect, you can use this to negate it. So I'm going to send either one of these to my grave, and then what I'm going to do is, say my opponent does have something that can stop Winda, does have an out, I'm going to go ahead and banish the Rest Shaddoll and Squamata. Or I take that back. I would get Windy out of grave, just so that way I had a darkened grave for future Schism plays. So I'd banish these two, and then I'd flip him face up. Now, with Shaddoll Hollow, I get to send to my graveyard any attribute. Whatever my opponent's attribute is, let's say, for example, it's light, send Construct. If it's dark, send App Cologne. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send the App Cologne. App Cologne's going to go to grave. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to banish my opponent's monster. Now, this does target, and then App Cologne is going to allow me to search up a Shaddoll, spell or trap. I actually think it's any Shaddoll card. I'm going to add the Schism, put the Schism in my hand, touch that Schism. YuGiOh, I'm going to have to send YuGiOh to the graveyard. So the next turn, I'll have a Shaddoll Schism. So let's see what I would draw. I'd draw Hedgie. I would set. Put him in attack and attack. And then when it's my opponent's turn, I have this. You can use this as another Winda. So let's see what I have in my grave. I have a light, two dark targets, water, and an earth. Well, I guess I wouldn't have both of these. I just threw them in there. You would have pretty much either or. But the point is, you would be able to make an App Cologne. You can make Winda, Construct, Sheck, or App Cologne off of the Schism here. Totally depending on what your opponent, has, which I think it's good to always fill up your grave with different attributes of Shaddolls. And I'm so glad that we got main deck Shaddolls, because they're so sick. I love this deck. There are very few decks that I play that I just play religiously. This is one of them. I just love the concept of the deck. I know Winda's a floodgate that a lot of people hate, but I feel like if people weren't playing it like Invoke, Shaddoll, Dogmatica, all the, I don't know, whatever the current meta BS is, it's like, this is a fun way to play it, because you're playing pure Shaddolls, which was really never possible because of the way that the archetype was constructed. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to do two more test hands, see how they do, or how they go. So I've already got my 2-card combo. Nice. I have... That's amazing, because this isn't a hard once per turn. So let's say I activate it. Okay. So I'm going to set 3 and pass. Set 3 and pass. Now, my opponent is going to go, let's say, I don't know, summon something, whatever. I don't know. Let's say Standby Phase. I'm just going to straight up activate that. Say they have the Ash. They Ash that, whatever. Cool. All right, I go for another one. It's not once per turn. It's the beauty of that card, not once per turn. And then I can just go right back into the same thing, get out my Winda, Floodgate. And then, on top of that, I've got this bad boy, the Dark Honest. So I kind of really wish Shaddolls would get their own Honest. I know that YuGiOh is kind of an attack raiser, but it just isn't enough. I think that Shaddolls would be sick if they got their own, discard this card to raise the attack of a Shaddoll, or, do something like whatever. All right, last test hand. Let's see what we got. We got one Hollow, one Squee. We've already got a Fusion. We've already got Winda, Dragon, and then Schism. Bam. So I think I did 5 total test hands. 1 was a dead draw. I think I drew 2 Super Polys, 2 Schisms, and then nothing to get in the grave. So out of 5 test hands, 1 was dead. So theoretically, if you're playing a match, you're playing 3 games. I mean, it's decent. So Master Your YuGiOh out. Stay tuned for the next video. I've got one more thing coming up, but it has nothing to do with Shaddolls. It's all about Dark Magicians. So stay tuned for that. It is going to be very sick, very cool. Check it out. Master Your YuGiOh out.